Every bodybuilding myth explained, science versus bro science. Now, let me tell you the truth real quick. Bro science always wins. You feel me? I use that and I got big muscles, so I'm qualified to speak on that.
Rep range. You walk into any gym and then he shows up. 60 something years old, arms like old tree trunks.
Listen, lightweight, high reps, you to tone. Heavyweight, low reps, you to grow.
It's the first thing beginners get told. Millions of people trained for years based on that. It's wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong because like lifting weights in general, not just heavy or light weights, but lifting weights a lot of times and then putting them down, eating well and sleeping right, that's what leads you to grow. I don't know about this tone stuff, but you just grow in general when you lift weights.
Completely wrong. Muscle doesn't have a toning mode. It doesn't know the difference between 12 reps and 5. What it responds to is tension, mechanical
Stimulus.
stress, not the number you log in your app. The science is clear. You grow across any rep range, from 5
Hmm.
all the way to 30, as long as you take your sets close to failure and apply progressive overload over time. Studies found no significant difference in hypertrophy between heavy and light training when volume was equated. The only difference is what comes with it. Low reps build maximal strength. High reps build muscular endurance. Neither builds a leaner version of the muscle. Train in whatever rep range you can push hardest. That
Yeah, it's kind of like you should be training in both rep ranges so that you can have high maximal strength and high muscular endurance. It's pretty much the best thing you can do for yourself,
That's the
honestly.
one that works. Spot reduce fat. You know the image. People doing crunches, nose 2 inches from their knees, sweat dripping upward. That grunt.
Yeah, unfortunately, like if you're a beginner at working out, you actually believe in spot reduction of fat. I also used to believe that back in like 6 years ago, you feel me? I thought spot reducing fat was actually a possible thing. But I learned from also my current cut, I was like, I want to see my abs better. And as a result of that, I also was able to see my brachialis and a bunch of different veins that I never thought existed on me. You feel me? I really just wanted to see my abs. And like my face got slightly less chubby and like I had veins now and stuff. And also I had veins in my legs, bruh. And I wasn't really planning on that. I just wanted to see my abs and just everything compound interested into everything being better.
Of effort everyone pretends not to hear. 1,000 crunches every single day. The logic sounds reasonable.
I don't even train abs. I didn't even train abs at all to any extent, honestly. And like my abs got more visible, you feel me? All because of a cut. It's called caloric deficit, you feel me? Eat slightly less, eat kind of healthy in a way, and then move more than you actually ate. And then everything just happens automatically.
Work the muscle, the fat above it burns off. Makes sense, it doesn't work. Your body burns fat from wherever it decides, not from
Hmm.
wherever you want. Genetics, hormones, sex, total caloric deficit, not the muscle that's contracting underneath. The fat cell above your abs has no special relationship with the muscle below it. They're independent systems. Completely. You can do 1,000 crunches every day for a year. The muscle underneath will get stronger. The fat on top won't even know you exist. The only
Hmm.
way to lose fat in a specific area is to lose fat everywhere. And genetics decides which areas go last. You don't get to choose that. You never did. Heavy weights cause injury. You walk past the 200-pound barbell looking sideways at it like it's a loose dog on the street. Someone, a trainer, a doctor, a gym bro, planted the idea in your head that heavy weight is dangerous, that the barbell will break you.
I kind of feel like heavyweight is dangerous if your form is horrible. You feel me? Like if you have to lift it in a certain way and then you just use momentum or something, I feel like that's when heavyweight can be dangerous and then cause an
That
injury
you
for it.
weren't built for that. So you stayed with the 30-pound dumbbell. The science says the opposite. Progressive strength training, done with proper technique, reduces injury risk over time. It strengthens tendons, increases bone density, reinforces joint stability, builds the connective tissue that protects your body in everyday life. Resistance training reduces sports injuries by up to 50%. You read that right. What causes injuries isn't the weight, it's ego lifting without technique. That bicep
Mm-hmm.
curl where you're using more back than biceps. Bad form at any weight will hurt you. Trying to lift more than your body is adapted to, skipping progressive loading, training through pain. Those cause injuries. The weight itself, neutral.
Oh, also steroids. Steroids also cause that because like your muscle gets way stronger, way faster, and your tendon still hasn't adapted to that load, but your muscle is like, oh yeah, I'm ready, and your tendon isn't. That's when you tear tendons and muscles and stuff.
Elite powerlifters and strongmen, athletes who load their bodies with weights most people will never touch, have lower injury rates than most other sports. Weight doesn't hurt you. Ego hurts you. Ego with weight, that hurts a lot. Progressive overload, good technique, and stop being afraid of the bar. Pump and soreness. You left the gym with your arms so pumped your sleeves were tight. You get home, your girlfriend looks. You grab your fork at dinner and flex without meaning to. And then you wake up the next morning, exactly the same, because pump fades like that, and is temporary as a bathroom line at a concert. Pump is a
Mhm.
temporary increase
By the way, it's also been said that you will never be as big as your pump.
in blood flow and fluid in the muscle during training. Like Arnold said,
But not me though. That doesn't apply to me because I'm always as big as my pump. You feel me? Like I'm literally my pump. Like me on a pump is just me regular. So I'm the only one who can be as big as
Of
my
coming
pump.
in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming
Mm.
backstage when I pump up.
it feels
Oh yeah, he's getting the feeling of coming everywhere. He likes to come everywhere and on everyone as well.
amazing. It looks incredible in the mirror, and it disappears within hours, leaving zero permanent structural change behind. It plays a minor role in hypertrophy signaling. Almost no direct correlation with how much muscle you're actually building that session. Soreness? That's a sign of mechanical damage to the muscle fibers. Peaks between 24 and 72 hours after training. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you've ever come back after a long break and couldn't walk for a week after the leg day. It's a measure of novelty and damage, not of productive stimulus. An advanced athlete can have the most perfectly optimized session of their life. Ideal volume, ideal intensity, ideal execution, and wake up feeling completely fine the next morning. No
You know what that means? You didn't train hard enough. Get back in the gym, you lazy
pump,
person.
no soreness, maximum stimulus. The feeling isn't the measurement, the adaptation is. Anabolic window. You finish your last set. The clock starts in your head. 30 minutes, maybe less. You have to get that protein shake, or the whole workout goes to waste.
Yeah, this truly is a myth. You feel me? Like the anabolic window part, bruh. I was able to build muscle, lots of it, along the years, and like I've never stuck to this anabolic window thing, bruh. You might find that I would train any time of the day, and sometimes I would even forget to eat right after working out. So I would work out and go take a bath, do some other things. It could be like a few hours later. That's when you'd find me eating after having trained, and I still built muscle. And so, me saying this is a myth is true because I actually have muscles and I didn't follow this routine, this myth.
Gains evaporate. The session was pointless. Guys choking down powder in the parking lot like it's medicine. This was accepted as fact for decades. It isn't. The anabolic window kind of exists, but it's measured in hours, not minutes. The protein from your pre-workout meal is still being digested, absorbed, circulating through your bloodstream when you finish training. It didn't disappear because you put the bar down. And here's something most people miss. Carbohydrates matter more for restoring glycogen after the session. Protein you need throughout the day, not crammed into that 30-minute window. The muscle building
Mm.
process continues for up to 48 hours after you leave the gym. What actually drives muscle growth is your total daily protein intake,
Steroids.
not the timing of a post-workout shake. The shake right after doesn't hurt. Missing it by an hour isn't
Steroids
costing you a
grow
single gram
muscles.
of muscle. Stop watching the clock. Start counting your daily grams. More sets, More muscle, you hit a plateau, so you add a set, then another exercise, then a fourth day.
Now that's just gonna make you live in the gym, you feel me? So if you feel you have plateaued, maybe your diet is not on point, you feel me? So fix your diet, and then in the gym, maybe increase the weight a little bit and try to get either the same or higher reps than you've been getting throughout the whole time, you feel me? So that could be any rep range for you, you feel me? Because like for chest you can be hitting maybe this rep range, for arms maybe this rep range, for shoulders maybe this rep range, because that's me personally, bro. Like every muscle has its own rep range. Some of them don't even have a rep range. I just like pick up a weight and lift it really hard until I can't lift it anymore. And I do have big muscles, so I'm telling the truth. You feel me? So yeah, bro, you could just have to fix your recovery, which could be that your sleep is jacked up. You feel me? So you probably gonna have to fix your sleep, your diet, and your progression in the gym. You feel me? This is also a big one as well. But also the sleep and diet, you shouldn't sleep on those. You actually should sleep on the sleep one. But like that, you know what I'm saying?
Then a fifth, because more has to be the answer. It always has to be more. Until your joints start talking back, every muscle has a ceiling, a point where extra sets stop building anything and start just breaking you down. Fatigue
Hmm.
piles up, your performance drops, you show up to the next session already in a hole, and you dig deeper.
Overtraining does not exist. That's been proven by science. You feel me?
I've seen guys doing 40 sets per muscle group a week wondering why they look the same as 2 years ago. Training twice a day, proud of the volume, destroyed by the volume. The research backs this up. More volume builds more muscle, but only up to the point your body can actually recover from. Past that, you're not stimulating growth, you're accumulating debt. The athletes who train the most aren't always the ones who grow the most. Sometimes they're just the most tired. Find the minimum
Hmm.
effective dose, the least amount of work that still drives adaptation, then add more only when that stops working. Cardio kills your gains. The myth that built a generation of bodybuilders who refuse to run, who avoid
Yeah, well, I do feel like the cardio kills your gains part one is a lie, because sometimes you actually need a good lung capacity in order for you to be able to lift certain weight for a certain amount of reps. You feel me? Like if you cannot run from like the end of your yard to the gate, you can't run just that small distance, then I'm pretty sure like you lifting a slightly above heavyweight for you, like trying to lift that, you could hit 5 reps and you already gassed out. So in a way, I feel like having a high lung capacity means you can actually lift heavier weight and still be able to produce oxygen in your body, therefore improving on your gains. Not necessarily that doing cardio will make you bigger or smaller, but it can help you indirectly to be able to work out more, therefore improving your gains.
the treadmill like it was debt, who treated any cardiovascular work as an enemy of muscle. The truth is more complicated and more useful. Excessive cardio, high frequency, long duration, performed immediately before or after resistance training, can interfere with muscle protein synthesis. This is documented. It's called the interference effect, and it's real when the conditions are extreme. But moderate cardio, 2 to 3 sessions per week, has no meaningful negative impact on hypertrophy.
Mm.
Cardiovascular fitness improves nutrient delivery, increases
Yeah, I feel like if you're mostly focused on like weight training, you can include cardio maybe twice a week. You don't have to put in like 3 days, maybe like twice a week. Me personally, I don't do cardio because like I've already been doing so much cardio back in the day that like I'm really good at cardio regardless. You feel me? All types of cardio. You feel me? Like gym cardio, uh, outside the gym cardio. If you know what I'm saying. All types of cardio. I'm amazing at those,
training
bro.
capacity, accelerates recovery between sessions. The biggest mass monsters in history, Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, used cardio deliberately as a tool, not an enemy. It's not the
Mhm.
cardio that kills gains. It's excessive volume, poor timing, and insufficient calories to replace the expenditure. Use it, control it, don't fear it. You only grow with steroids. The easiest excuse, the most convenient myth. When someone carries more muscle than feels explained
Yeah, that is a lie. I was kidding. Somewhere along the video, I did say the only way to grow your muscles is steroids. I was kidding. Like proper nutrition, proper training, and proper recovery. That's what builds muscle.
explainable, steroids. When progress seems faster than seems fair, steroids. When the effort required becomes uncomfortable to imagine, steroids. The answer that removes all personal
I feel like he should have put me in there because like I'm the only one who's not on steroids, but I've grown so much strength, so much muscle that it actually looks like I'm on steroids. But like he should have used me as a natural example in there. You feel
responsibility
me?
from the equation. The upper limit of natural muscle development is higher than most people allow themselves to believe. Are steroids prevalent in professional bodybuilding? Absolutely. Does every impressive physique you see require them? No. Sometimes the explanation is simpler. Genetics, years of consistent work, disciplined nutrition, sleep,
Mm-hmm.
recovery, sacrifice that happens when nobody is watching. The shortcut exists. But so does the long road. And the people who take the long road know exactly what they're capable of. Most
Yeah, and the people who take the short road are like, would you rather live like 80 years as a pussy cat, or would you rather live for 40 years as a lion? You feel me? That's probably their mentality. And like to each their own, man. Do what makes you feel like your life is nice for you, I guess. But like, yeah, I'd rather live the 100 years as a pussy cat. You feel me? So
people never
yeah.
find out because they decided the answer before they ever started. The work exists. Click the subscribe button.
Yeah, click the subscribe button. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something and I'll see you in the next one since you're gonna click the subscribe button. Peace out.